So for this particular half hour, we wanted to have the invitation wide so as many people as possible could join in, but we didn't want to get interrupted. So unfortunately, the way to communicate is through the chat panel. It's down at the bottom. Joining me is Dana O'Connell and Penny Nixon, and they're going to help me answer chat because I'll probably be kind of busy. And there's also a Q&A panel if you want to ask me any questions. I've tried to leave time at the end to answer questions. I cannot guarantee we'll get to that though. So I'm going to turn the music down just a little bit, and I'm just going to get going on things here. I do like that though. I think I turned it down very much. There we go. Okay, I see we got people coming in. That's really great. I want you to know that we're recording this tonight. After we're done with it, we're going to put it up on YouTube so people who couldn't join us in real time can look at it later. This is a fundraising campaign. The auction portion of the campaign ends tonight at, I think it's 11 o'clock. Penny or Dana will correct me if I'm wrong. But the fundraising portion is going to go on until Wednesday night at midnight. Hi, Carol. Okay, I don't know about you guys, but I've been having a lot of fun over the last couple of days. The auction site was a lot of work to put up, but we had a lot of help. 10 o'clock Pacific is when bidding stops. You need to know that, okay? So 10 o'clock is your last chance to get those items. As we've gone through this, we have learned a lot of things and we've had a lot of fun. It's been very enjoyable to watch the bidding. We had a lot of fun putting together the descriptions and the video, and I hope that you've enjoyed those things. And the fun's not over yet. We're going to be here for about 30 minutes, and I know that seems like a long time, but 30 minutes actually goes pretty quick. I've got a couple of videos, some shout outs to do, just like if we were all in the same room. And I've got something really special to talk about too, which I'm hoping that you'll stick with me at least halfway through the program to find out about that. Logistics, I've talked about the chat window, I've talked about the Q&A. And then of course, after this is over, feel free to reach out to Penny or I. We'll be happy to talk to you. We've really enjoyed over the last week all of the contact we've gotten from all of you. I want to talk to you really quickly about what impresses me about Etta Projects. I've been here going on about a year, and I've met a lot of really amazing people. There are some things that I find to be unique to Etta Projects that I have not encountered at the level that I've encountered here. To begin with, the donor group is just amazingly loyal. I don't think I've ever seen a group of donors this loyal to an organization. And I just really want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. It amazes me how connected our donors are to the work that we do. So if you're a donor, consider yourself hugged right now. The staff at Etta Projects is really amazing. We've got a group of people down in Bolivia who completely believe in the mission that they're working towards. I've had a chance to meet them all. The volunteers that work at the Community Transformation Center, we have a constant streaming group of amazing people. Our staff is resourceful, they're dedicated, and they're hardworking, and we really couldn't do this work without them. The Etta Projects board is really a remarkable group of people. I've had contact with a lot of nonprofit boards over my lifetime and have worked with some really, really good people, but I have never met a concentrated group as highly committed and low ego as this group. I knew it the minute I met this board, and I've seen it every day that I work with them, they are truly dedicated to our mission, and they consider themselves part of the team. And I just am very grateful for them. And then there's Penny Nixon. And I mean, what can you say about Penny Nixon? If you haven't met her, I'm sorry for you. Work it out sometime. She is amazing. I haven't met many people who attack a challenge the way she has. When she's working on something, she gives it everything she's got, and I feel very fortunate to work in the same organization with her. Yeah, so down in Bolivia, there are between 13 and 15 people working on staff at all times. And you could come and meet them. Next year, we're going to do a volunteer trip, and I would love to have you along. So forgive me for any mistakes I make here. We're all learning some new skills at home, mostly. Like, for instance, how to be in a work team meeting when our pets want to be fed, stuff like that. I've closed the door, so there shouldn't be any cattails wandering around me here. This is the first time that I've ever run a webinar. We'll see how it goes. Be forgiving, please. We're learning to fly. We're building the airplane after we've jumped off the cliff here, and we're going to make it work, I'm sure. I want to show you our progress right now. I'm going to cut over to a screen on our blog, which, let's do this. We had a fun idea yesterday when we were in the middle of dealing with everything we were dealing with. You know, we decided that a thermometer or a progress bar just really didn't have the Etta project spirit. And so we whipped up Progress the Sloth. And Progress the Sloth is trying to make it up to the tree canopy where it's safe. I'm going to tell you something interesting about sloths you may not know. A sloth only comes down out of the trees once every 7 days. And it comes down out of the trees to do one thing in particular. And I'm going to make you look that up on Wiki if you want to know. This sloth is done his business and he's on his way back up. And we need to get him back up into the trees where he's safe, because that's the most dangerous place for a sloth, is down on the ground, especially if he's preoccupied. Dana's going to be watching the donation totals, and she will update in group chat if we see any donations come through. Penny's on the chat. Feel free to ask her any questions you want. Yeah, so I'm going to take us over to the auction site, and I want to call out our sponsors. If you've been to the auction site, which I think you probably have, you will see that down at the bottom, we have our sponsor list. I have to expand this a little, get them all on there. Muckleshoot Tribe was very generous with us, gave us a grant, and that grant has carried us through very well. West Bay Auto Parts has been a longtime sponsor over the years. Gig Harbor Midday Rotary, we couldn't do a lot of what we do without them. They're not just an auction sponsor, but they sponsor a lot of our projects. Enlighting Struck Design has worked with us for a number of years, and they usually donate printing for our in-person auction. This particular event, what they've done is they've helped us create some new fashion wear, which you can find in the auction list. Maybe I'll show you that later. All Pro Building and Maintenance and Republic Services have been with us for a few years, and they are steady and very helpful sponsors. The Spar, well, that's where we held our raffle drawing last year, and it's a good place for us to get together after work because it's right down the street from our office. Best halibut and chips in the world. And Water from Wine, last but not least. Water from Wine is an amazing organization that is a complete 100% nonprofit. When they sell wine, every dollar of that bottle goes to the organization you dedicate it to. You can go to the Water from Wine website and you can purchase wine. They will deliver it to you by mail or UPS or whatever, and they will send to us every dollar of the proceeds. Just an amazing organization. We love our sponsors. So, boy, look, we're right on schedule. I want to tell you about something special that came up. Something special now. Penny was digging around in boxes and she found a really nice necklace from Bolivia. It's a silver necklace. It's got a stone pendant set with a stone called Bolivianite. I'm going to send you over to some pictures while I tell you what this is all about here. Sorry, this isn't a little higher quality, but I hope you can see those. Bolivianite is a natural combination of citrine and amethyst, giving it a diversity of colors starting with a delicate yellow through a shade of lilac to reach a deep violet. These special characteristics make the Bolivianite a unique gem in the world. This special indivisible union between the citrine and the amethyst makes the Bolivianite the stone of eternal love. The Bolivianite legend: a single stone shares violet and honey-colored tones. These intense colors united in a marked gem, according to legend, due to the tragic love story of an Aeolian princess named Anahi and a Spanish conquistador, Don Felipe de Uriola y Goitia, who became her husband. The cacique gave the permission to marry, and as a dowry gave them a mine containing this two-colored stone. The Spaniard paid no attention to it, who was only interested in gold and silver. What we want to do tonight, is we're going to offer this necklace up to the first person who goes to our donation page and donates $250 or more. You can find that page at www.ettaprojects.org/donate. The first person who goes and makes a $250 donation, we're going to get that necklace to you. And we'll be watching for that. And if you have to leave me, it's okay. I'll accept that. I'll miss you, but come back right after you make your donation. If you don't happen to be the first donor, we'll find something else to send you that'll be nice. Okay, I'm gonna shut off the music now because I'm probably gonna show a video or two. Okay, there we go. Thank you, Dana. There's the link right there in chat. Let's see. Okay, I want to recognize that not everyone that's been part of our event here is comfortable with using a credit card online. And if you'd rather write a check to us, please know that you can mention that you want to do that in chat, and we will count that towards our progress. And you can mail your check. Mail your check to 909 North J Street, Tacoma, Washington, 98403. I'm going to now show you our appeal video. This is what you would have seen me give in person. So it only is a couple of minutes, and come back right after and we'll keep on going, okay? You could be a lot of places right now. You're here, and I appreciate you very much for that. I won't take very long, I promise. We're all going through this new coronavirus thing. It's affected us all one way or another. Times like this, we need to remember who us really is. You and me, it's more than just you and me. It's all of humanity. We're family, all of us, and we really should take care of each other. I was fortunate last year to travel to Bolivia, where Etta Projects began, and I met some people that I now consider family. People in communities where the basics of healthcare, sanitation, and clean water are still a dream. I found out on that trip that it's a dream that's unattainable for many without our help. Bolivia is a country rich with culture. Bolivians are a people who are warm, friendly, and fun to be around. I liked the food. Well, mostly I liked it. I found Bolivians to be very accepting and caring, with a culture that's rich in indigenous history and struggle to emerge as an independent nation. But there's also need. I met children who've never had the experience of privacy while using a bathroom or a shower. who've never seen a toilet other than a hole in the ground. I met men and women who've never seen a dentist. I met women my age who can no longer read or sew for lack of a $10 pair of reading glasses. I met kids who get sick because of contaminated water and who might have to wait weeks to see a doctor because there's no health care in their village. Your help matters. Your help changes lives. I've met the people that we're helping. I know how our help changes their lives. Any donation is welcome, especially now. Without your donation, our work can't go on. It just can't. Just like every other business and nonprofit right now, times are very tight. Donations can be large. That's great. You can go to the auction site and click donate now, and you can join the family who is supporting Etta Projects. Donations can be small too. We hope that you'll consider joining us by being a monthly donor. Think about what you can spare, and please go to the donation pages. Your help is vital, especially now, and we will be more grateful than you can imagine. Thank you so much for sharing some time with us. Thank you for being here with us for the last couple of days. We really, really appreciate you. People in Bolivia are counting on us. Thank you.
To support Etta Projects, please click on the link below and make your donation. If you would rather send a check, please contact Penny or Catherine at the contact information supplied and make your pledge. The people of Etta Projects are counting on you.
Thank you, Sue. Yeah, working with this group makes it easy to do good stuff. Obviously, there's no button below to make your donation. The way to do that is to go to www.ettaprojects.org/donate. Okay, so yeah, we're hoping you'll consider dropping a donation in the pot today. We really need that to keep our doors open. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take us over there and take a quick look at the bidding pages and maybe call out a few items. Let's see here. Okay, back here. So, we've had some really good competition on some of these items. We are especially happy. We had a last minute idea by Dr. Jolie Duralde, who decided to offer up a masked family pack. We had no idea that we would do that well on that item. I'm really thrilled about it. The Mud Pie Cafe is really awesome. We had a great time making that video. You can watch me tease Penny there. That's fun. Is there anything I should be highlighting here? We're really thrilled about some of these items are handmade. I want to point out the Northwest Live Edge tables and the tropical indoor-outdoor rug. That's one of the things that I really like about this auction. Some of these items were made by our auction committee or loyal donors, and they're really very outstanding items. I see this Columbia River Gorge getaway is still under value, and I think that somebody ought to go for that. Let's see. I don't know. This Bolivian sweater is really, really soft. I want you to know the little kid sweater and the sloth, these things are extremely huggable. Looks like Anne is going to get it. Anne went with us on our dental vision trip last year, and she's a wonderful, wonderful elementary school principal. Okay, what I'd like to do is really quickly go through and mention some of our donors who've been really, really generous with us. I'm probably not going to get to everybody because the list is pretty long. I do want to point out really quick, on the auction site, there's a donation page where people have been making donations, which is great. Probably more donations have come in through our PayPal, which is fine. So don't think that the list you see on the donation page is it. That page will shut down tonight at 10 p.m., but we will keep going after donations because we have to hit that $75,000 goal before we stop. So we're anticipating we'll get there by the end of Wednesday. Dan Dunn Lisa Normbonci, Ann Vukovic, Todd and Teresa Silver. These people really knocked the ball out of the park. They helped us put together a matching fund. Sue and Rick Little, Dave McInturf. Sorry, I wasn't supposed to mention one of those names. They wanted to stay anonymous. Forget I said that. Todd and Lisa Worswick, Brian Ogden, Dixie and Dirt Havlik, Val Chontafalski, Joe, Greg Hoffman, Elizabeth Houghton, Beth Wilson. We got a call from a really nice lady from St. Louis, I think it was, Meredith Berg, who wrote us a nice check. Sue Wolf, we love you. Peter Kyle, Peter Blomquist, Ruta Fanning, Gerald Rudolph, Earl Birdsall. I don't mean to minimize you. Those are great donations. We appreciate that. Jacob Jensen, Gregory Voskerchian, and Jessica Voskerchian. David Rudniski. I'm going to stop right there for right now. I see there's no winning bid for the necklace yet. Let's see. I think what I'll do is I'll send us over to a video. It's about an 8 or 9 minute video, and it tells about what Etta Projects does. This is a video that we made last year to take to presentations. We've gotten good response from it. It kind of tells what Etta Projects is about and ways that you can help support it. So here we go. Please stick with us through this. We'll be done before you know it. Welcome to Etta Projects. Etta Projects is the legacy of Etta Turner, a young woman from Washington State whose life was cut short in Bolivia. Etta was a Rotary International Exchange student in 2003 when she was lost in a tragic bus accident. Before she died, she made an impact, though. Bolivians fell in love with this courageous young woman. Etta was a champion for social justice and felt that everyone mattered. The grief-stricken people of Eastern Bolivia who knew her and Etta's mother, Penny Nixon, created Etta Projects as a way to help the communities that Etta touched so powerfully. Etta Projects is different from many international nonprofits. Because of our origin story, our hearts are intimately connected with the people of Bolivia. We do all of our work in Bolivia, the country that Etta touched. We focus upon community-led positive change. You won't see us using photos of malnourished children. They certainly exist in Bolivia, but we'd rather elevate people. We show Bolivians identifying the health issues that matter most to them and taking action to solve their own problems. This is what Etta would have wanted. Where possible, we honor their traditional ways. We value indigenous knowledge. When necessary, we work to slowly change harmful cultural norms. We don't force our philosophical, political, or religious views upon them. We just provide knowledge and technical assistance so that they can make the changes in their own communities themselves. Because our organization is lean, small donations make a big difference. Bolivians are by nature thrifty and creative. Donations of time and money that seem insignificant to you can make big changes, especially when sustained over long periods of time. We invest in people. Although many of our projects help build structures on the ground, our primary investment is in the people themselves. We want local people at the lead, improving their own communities. We elevate marginalized people. Cultural norms in Bolivia can be very patriarchal, and women are often seen as less important than men. Almost all of our work is to elevate women and children, both directly and indirectly, but we do it in ways that don't cause offensiveness or backlash against the women that we're helping. Our program of work in Bolivia includes the following kinds of projects. Water projects. We help local communities gain access to fresh, safe water. Communities elect a local water committee to help plan and implement the project. Municipal government and the residents themselves help pay for the improvements, and residents are trained to maintain and repair the equipment. Sanitation projects. We help communities construct family sanitation units. These include ecological dry composting latrines, waste stations, and shower facilities. Families and the local government plan their facilities and help pay for them and construct them. Communities elect sanitation promoters, residents who help ensure that the sanitation facilities are used correctly and kept well maintained. Health promoters. These are community members trained to perform basic medical practices such as sutures, injections, and preventative medicine. Since many Bolivian communities are remote, access to professional medical practices is often difficult or even impossible. Health promoters become a powerful connection between residents and the medical care that they need to live healthy, productive lives. Women and girl empowerment. We train women to become community leaders. We help them learn to use their voices to improve health in their communities. Through our work, we've seen women take on new local and municipal leadership roles. Also, we promote family planning. Our health promoters can give the Depo-Provera shot, giving women a discreet option for birth control. Finally, we teach domestic violence prevention. We do all these things keeping in mind local cultural norms to try to bring positive societal change in a non-threatening way. Nutrition. We work with an indigenous women's organization called the Bartolinas. With their help, we increase awareness of the importance of healthy, nutritious food and show people how to maintain good health through basic nutrition. We also teach people how to grow and use their own healthy organic foods, and we assist them with sustainable gardening techniques. HIV prevention. We train health promoters in the prevention and treatment of HIV/AIDS. We help plan and implement outreach and awareness activities that encourage safe sex practices. These activities include school workshops, health brigades, and community fairs. Indigenous health. We help train doctors and health promoters on indigenous rights and traditional medicinal herbs and plants. We teach plant identification, soil health, and proper and safe uses of these herbs and plants. Because we honor the practices of Bolivian First Peoples, community members are more welcoming and grateful for our assistance in preserving traditional methods of healing. Final important feature of all our work is sustained effort. Because of our connection with Bolivia, we remain available to the communities that we've touched. We check in to make sure that investments of time and resources are being used responsibly. We make sure that communities have the support to keep improving. We don't just build something and walk away. At this point, I hope that you're wondering how you can help us do this work. Volunteers help Etta projects thrive. Here in the United States, volunteers help us hold fundraising and awareness-raising events. They assist us in the office, serve on our board of directors, and act as ambassadors for Etta projects within their own communities. Volunteers also travel with us to Bolivia to work on the ground, side by side with community members and Etta project staff. One example is our dental vision trips, which go into the rural communities to provide dental care and prescription and reading glasses to grateful Bolivians. We also invite volunteers to come to Bolivia and stay at our Community Transformation Center. The CTC is our base for training and research, and many organizations use the center to develop programs and projects. We depend upon volunteers to keep the center sustainable, and we offer stays of up to a year. Room and board are provided in exchange for a few hours of work every day. And of course, we rely upon donations to fund our work. As said earlier, small donations sustained over time can make big differences. Sizable one-time donations are wonderful as well, and many generous people help us in this way. But even if you can't write a large check to support Etta Project's work, you can represent for us. We love our ambassadors. Many people tell their family and friends about our work. Liking our Facebook page and sharing articles and occasional appeals for donations goes a long way to helping the Bolivians whose lives are changed by our work. One of the most effective ways that you can help is to donate a small amount every month in a recurring donation. $10, $25, or $50 per month may not seem like much to many, but these regular monthly donations make a huge impact on the communities where we work. We're ready to help you set up your recurring donation today. Finally, please consider putting us into your will. Bequests allow us to make strategic investments, which will ensure the sustainability of Etta projects. If you're interested in naming us in your will, please let us know and we'll help you set up a gift that will tie your legacy with Etta's, helping provide a permanent commitment to the people of Bolivia. We appreciate you taking the time to learn a little bit about Etta projects, and we invite you to become part of our community. Your gift of time, talent, or treasure can indeed change lives. I want to thank everybody who helped me put that video together. It was a lot of fun. Dana, are you there in chat by any chance? I want to ask you a question. Has anybody got the necklace yet? Because I just got a text. Okay, somebody just pledged $500. Let me check the website really fast. The necklace has a home. This person has asked to remain anonymous, but they've pledged $500. So thank you. You know who you are. We've only got a few more minutes here. I'm gonna wrap it up here soon. Oh, Dana, wait a minute. We have Progress. So Progress the sloth has gotten higher in the tree. Progress is at 50,000. That's great. We really, really appreciate that. We got another under 25,000 to go. We're going to ask you to share links, share donation links, encourage everybody you know to donate to Etta projects. If we hit our goal, we're going to be able to make it. And so it's really important that we get there. Really, really appreciate you all for being here today and for going through my learning pains and bidding on items. You've got, according to my clock, the matching gift is part of that 50,000. So we have hit our match, but that doesn't mean we want to stop now. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so there's about 4.5 hours to go. There's still a chance to grab that item you've been looking at. If it looks like somebody outbid you and you're not gonna get what you want, just please consider some of that money you would have committed to buying something, please consider dropping that into the pot. We would really appreciate it. We look forward to talking to you again some more, and I'm going to sign off. I just want you to know I love you all and really appreciate your support. Thank you.